It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows if you look at my neck.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Tucson. Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yo.
On first and 10, Elway. Forced out to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, Elway. He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Payton. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. On second down, Elway. Flushed out right. That's complete to his running back, Payton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Elway. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. throw. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. George Kittle there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, it's Drake. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. On second down now, it's Drake. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
It's a game of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going to throw deep for the and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. On third down, Peyton. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Throwing now, Elway on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Elway. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Elway. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it's Elway. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Elway throw. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. Drake will start the drive on the ground, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Drake, and he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he hits Drake. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
At the 26-yard line.
Ready to break.
52, mark 52. All day. All day.
Now Elway on first down. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And this one is right down Broadway. will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Drake, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. He goes underneath the Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Humphreys. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
30 base. 58, come on. Now watch run. Rush Greystone, Travis.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Elway. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They run the counter. Peyton. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Geno Atkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. On first down, It's Drake, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
58, come on. 58, come on.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Johnson's got it complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Elway to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From midfield, Elway. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elway. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Milano and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Drake. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Right back to Drake. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Walter Payton, the intended receiver.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Drake. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Tate's got it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.
Say this one for your I'll be coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jury the cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
You can't block me.
Easy. Hey, 626.
Rodgers now on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Evades the tackler, and now some space. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marcus Allen, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 43 yards, as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. The 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down now, it's Allen. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. On third down, Allen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That one 28 yards on the ground. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Chris Godwin, 34 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Raiders pick it up. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now Allen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcus Allen with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice...
It's a foot race. 20, 10, run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Johnson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either
it's caught at the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DJ Chark, 64 yards as they have taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples, but I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep is DJ Chark. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Here's Allen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marcus Allen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. And
he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcus Allen on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll set up to throw. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. He'll drop to throw.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenyon Drake as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
First and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Come again. March 43.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Go, go.
43 is the max.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first down, it's Drake, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. On third down, Drake. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down. Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run with Allen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. It's Allen, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, it's Allen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now the fullback, Juszczyk. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On third down, Allen. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marcus Allen taking it in. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back live to Orlando. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be it.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Foot on the gas, I will not crash. Honey, I dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball, mains. All I ever do is ball, main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in it. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mike Flip, blue line, screen.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
first carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight.
Now Elliott. And some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's McCaffrey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 22 yards. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Flushed out right. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Running with Elliott. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Like 30. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Mariota on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Got a man. It's Brown. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Brown, 57 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 30. 8.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Complete to Jones. That's good for 28 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Move. 3 down. Check. 3 down. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Tighten up.
1. 26 Mike.
To throw is Mariota. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch out. Tight end. 3 down. Exit. 26 Mike.
Okay, just like that.
26 Mike.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Tighten up. Shoot.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this throw caught left side, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They go play action here on first down. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Running with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It's now 3rd down and more.
Hey, Mike 52, watch shot. 52. I got it. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going to try and throw. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Hey, Chad! 230.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. From the 27, Roethlisberger. This is caught. 25 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. And that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run it with Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Kamara trying again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Alert!
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Yeah, he's got it. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
14, Steelers 10.
They come out here in the eye. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Again, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 70 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 27 yards there, a first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mike, set! 180!
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Back and turn!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Nicole Hardman there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. 25 yards the pick up there and also a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A first down carry by Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They go to Elliott again. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Tight, 380, one left, one left. Check tight.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there from McCaffrey. 48 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds Gronk. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down. It's James, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Check that, we're right 52 right here. Hey, alert.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. But we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
95.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing after the interception. Flush to his right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. On third down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. Roethlisberger will throw. Caught by Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range.
That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mecole Hardman, 73 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. It's caught. Jones. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Wide 80.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line. 57.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This complete to Jones. He's got the first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Dave Casper, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On first down, it's James. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys have now moved out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Check. No spacing. Jack 16.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. Jones has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. He completes it to Jones. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Punching it in from a yard away. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the ground, it's James. And he's got room. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Ben Gideon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. On 2nd down now, it's James. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Rob Ninkovich able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. To try again after the sack, Roethlisberger. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Check 66.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for... He's got it with the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now Wilson. James has got it. Complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now it's Wilson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Oh, Wilson going to throw.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 53 yards. Wilson, and we know this, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go ball, mains. All I ever do is ball, main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They LA they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch.
Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
54, right there. 54 Mike. Watch the screen. 61. Matchbox light. Now. Bang.
They'll run on first down. Peyton. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood! What's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready?
First down. Here's Graham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. To throw is Elway. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. McCaffrey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play action, Elway. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 58, right there. All day. All day.
They'll indeed go for it with Elway. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Down, 30 base.
54. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
He's coming. 2-jet bombers. 2-jet bomber.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, Delta.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Walter Payton, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jim. General West.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
54, Mark. Hey, Foxtrot. 54. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, what's that? Check, get it.
On 3rd down, here's Graham. This is Gronkowski. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Check 26, check 26. Kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Hey. Check out.
They'll try the left side. Peyton. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Set. Go. Stay.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points. So nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain there of 21 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go now. 50, plant.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Christian McCaffrey, 53 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right, to be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Strike 3. 218, chop. Check. Rush in. Go. 54. Now.
On 2nd down, Peyton, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah. Whip. Watch the whip. Yep. That's mine.
give right side. Peyton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When you think about big-time middle linebackers, you do think about the strength and the force that they play with, as we just saw there from Brian Urlacher. But what an athlete. Remember, he was a safety in college at the University of New Mexico.
And the NFL Defensive Player of the Year back in 05. Also, Bears all-time leading tackler, almost 1,800 of them. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On second down now, Peyton.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go.
On third down, Peyton. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Get that ball. Switch. Hey, watch it. Ready? 54. Line 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Hey.
Check 3.
Hit it.
On first down, Peyton. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Under 10. 10.
Go.
That's me.
Ready.
On second down, Peyton. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a third down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Hey, exit.
54, Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey. Hey, Jack. Yo, go.
Check, Mike. 54. Mike.
Yeah. Go.
Third down from the gun, Graham. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Elway. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Elway now off the play action. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This is McCaffrey. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be taken short. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Ready? 18 Gators.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
61, matchbox lights. Yep. Motion. Ready.
They'll try the left side. Peyton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Hey, watch the slant. 6-6, pull it high. Shoot, watch the shoot. Look at me, zipper.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Walter Payton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now it's Elway. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Elway. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. They fake the give. Now Elway. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Play action. It's Elway. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night. Off the play fake. Elway. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
58, come on. Go. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Ready?
On 4th down, Elway. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Peyton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Walter Payton, 34 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and like I said, they were moving. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45.